another one. So I'm not going to be moving around. I wanted to walk around, but I'm going to stay where I'm at. But let's get right into it. Let's go. Let's get it. When you're with the narcissist, and I know you remember those times that you were walking on eggshells, or you had the kids, or company or people or whatever walking on eggshells, just not to trigger the narc to be mad. It doesn't even matter. They're going to be mad whether someone triggers them or not. They don't need an excuse to rage out, okay? They don't need an excuse for that. So you will walk around on eggshells, and then soon after that, walking around on eggshells, you'll become the punching bag. So I with the most evil narc, I immediately identify, the eggshells, and then then the punching bag. And I'm just like, oh, hell no, I don't know who you think I am, but no, that's not who I am, and that's not what I do. But they walk on eggshells too. They walk on eggshells too. And they walk on eggshells because they know, in no particular order, they know that they're not going to be able to keep up this facade, the charades and the shenanigans of who they presented themselves to the person that they're with. They're going to eventually have to become themselves. Look, y'all. I be thinking it's a weird, man. So weird. I'm like, that's just like, you gotta pee. Bladder all full, you gotta pee. You can hold it for a little bit, hold up, wait a minute, let me get to the bathroom with it. Everybody knows. I use that example because it's just what we all has to do. Even if it was the other way around, it's just something that we always have to do. So you could only hold it for so long. That is how it is with them. Before they just become pissy. That's what they are. They're just pissy people. Pissy people with problems. Pissy people with problems that cause you problems. Okay? That's what they are. And that's how it is when they're with someone. They're holding in their pee. And eventually that has to come out. They can't keep hiding it. So the reason why they beginning to walk on the eggshells is because they're starting to see a little bit of you, noticing a little bit of them every time or every day, or a little bit of more of their mask slipping or something like that. They'll start noticing that, and that's when they start tiptoeing on the eggshells, because that's when you'll get re-love bombed or something, just so they can pull you back just a little bit, so that it throws you off a little bit. But then when you get back to that one point where they like, okay, this is like the borderline, I got to bring them back. I got to bring them back this way. That's when they're walking on eggshells. Oh, and they stump. They A-Town stumping on eggs. Once the gig is up, y'all, they scrambling eggs with them narcissistic monster demonic ass feet. And that's when they like totally lost it, because once they get to the point where they cannot continue to walk on the eggshell, they're sick of that, or they figure like, oh, they got you locked in the bag. They think they got you locked up and whatever. So you're just going to, deal with and take whatever it is that they're dishing out, so they could be themselves. I don't know. My girl Chelly. I don't know why they be thinking that if a piece of paper can't hold them in the relationship the way they're supposed to be in the relationship when they get married, I don't know why they be thinking that it will hold someone else. So that be their master trap. Babies in marriage. Babies in marriage. If a baby or a marriage couldn't stop them from doing all the things that they were doing, why would it stop you? That's when they think they got it in the bag. That's when they think they got it in the bag. Okay? That's when they be shooting off their own foot. They always over and underestimate things. Okay? They always do. And so, while you are probably still walking on eggshells, trying not to provoke anything out of them, and don't nobody want to be getting up every day trying to regulate and monitor somebody's mood of their day so that you can have a good day, but now you don't because you're tired as hell by powdering somebody's ass all day, meaning that you had to bottle and baby feed them and make sure poor baby didn't get upset about nothing. Okay? Unless they just wasn't there, but still, it'll still be something. But they do walk on eggshells too. I can't remember what I was watching, and somebody, that's why I came up with this video. I don't know if it was Hario, I don't know who it was, but it was not the topic of their conversation, but somebody said that, and I was like, no, they do walk on eggshells too. They said, Knox don't. I said, yes, they do. Yes, they do. When they get real desperate and they know you about to get you 1 foot up out that damn door, yes, they do. And when they go into that rage, that's when they feel like they just lost all control. And some of them have. And then when you watch some of these videos where they spaz out like that, you don't even hear the person that begun to talk. At the end, you start hearing the demon that's taking over that vessel with that screaming and hollering. And then the vile things that they're telling this person on the other line, what they're going to be doing or what they're going to do to them. If that's not evil, what is? And what will make them think that person will want to come back after saying some of the most awful, disgusting things that they could ever think of to say to a person? So I don't want to make it too much longer. That's my video. That's my video, you guys. But they ass be running around there cracking eggshells too underneath their feet. They surely do. Scared as hell. Scared as hell. Especially if they don't have a backup plan. Especially that part. If they don't have a backup plan. But then they got to go into this whole thing again. Where they got a backup plan. Find a backup plan. Or got a backup plan. But now they got to be doing something to you. Now they got to keep stalking and doing crazy to you because the person that they're with right there ain't really who they wanted to be there. They wanted it to be you. They wanted to ruin you till they can't do anything else to you. So take this video how you want to take it, but I do hope it helps someone, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. I got some homework to do. Be blessed.